Hey everyone, Carlos here with Bearable Traders, and here's my recap for today. So I had a red day today. I had one good trade and then three bad trades between Love and Roku. So we'll go over these in a second. But let's starting off with my first trade at KNDI. KNDI had a great pre-market action, a lot of volume, gapping up pretty nice here. And then right at the open, it didn't sell off. It kind of just hung around, sold off a bit, held this level. And then it started coming back up above VWAP. It had this great pullback here, comes right back up, and then holds here. So this is what I was looking for within this trade. Someone in the chat room asked me, what made you get into this trade? And it really was the price action. So what I'm watching is the minute it comes up here and it loses momentum, I'm looking for a possible pullback. I don't want to jump in here because I don't know if from here if it's going to drop down back to VWAP or if it's going to sell off, right? So I pay attention to the loss of momentum, comes here, next candle opens and it sells off a bit, and then it pushes right back up to where it lost momentum. Next candle opens up a little bit lower. I don't want to get in just yet. I want to make sure that the price action, the level 2 ask, and everything is showing me that this thing wants to continue higher. Here, we started seeing a huge increase of volume. Order flow was looking great. That's what was my indication to jump in for a long. Jump in for a long here. The minute it pops up and it loses momentum, this is when I take profits out. So I took some out there. Then again, it held there for about a few seconds or so. I took some more out just to play it safe. Pullback came. This is a healthy pullback here. My stop loss now is at break even, so I don't want to let this go past my break even point and give anything back. And actually, in the chat room, I announced that 794. If it came to 794, I was gonna hop out of here completely. Before this pop, my stop loss was down here. The low of 775 or so, 770, I think was this area. Next candle sells off, comes right back up. We take some more shares off. I think I took it twice here. Again, loss of momentum is where I'd like to take profits off. The next candle pops up nicely. I take some more off. And then here we have another pullback, starts pulling up again. Here it starts hesitating. This resistance you can clearly see in the price action. It's not as smooth anymore. You're not getting the volume as you were getting earlier here. So I quickly took some off just in case we were going to sell off. The minute it started selling off, I said, I'm not going to hold this past a pullback to my break even. So I just took everything off here. And then it had a pullback, still did not get to my break even point, popped up again, but eventually I would have been stopped out of this trade. Next trade I had was on LUV. So LUV had all the signals to take off. We were watching this. Again, it had a huge sell-off, has this nice engulfing pattern here in the 1 minute chart. And then it starts popping up and then kind of consolidating, really choppy here. But as you can see, everything continues to be higher highs, higher highs. So that was a signal for me that, okay, this might be wanting to break these levels and go higher. So I got in for a long here. We did get a pop, but after this, it just sold off towards my stop, and I got out completely here. I should have really flipped my position. This would have been a great flip as the stock lost the momentum towards the upside. Moving averages start turning here, and then it completely sells off below VWAP. My next trade then was on Roku. Let's look at the 5 minute chart and see it more clear here. So Roku, again, it sold off here, came back up to VWAP. I thought it was going to squeeze and at least get to 54. Went in for a long stop loss at the bottom of this candle here. And it just lost momentum completely, lost the volume, so I was stopped out. Then again, it sold off real nice and created this beautiful engulfing pattern here in the 5 minute chart. This should have been my entry here for this second trade. That would have been the entry there. I didn't get into this entry because we had this previous day close here, so I didn't want to get in and then had to fight against the previous day close for a possible breakthrough that. But it did broke up nicely. I got in here at VWAP, thinking it was going to squeeze up to 54. Now this trade here was a smaller size, a lot smaller. Here's where I took a bigger loss than what I wanted to. This trade was half a size or even less. I set an order to 54, limit order, and I completely got left behind. I think this thing got all the way up to 593, 594, and completely left me behind. From there, it dropped off, hit my stop loss, and I was completely out of this trade. So not a great trade on Roku. Love was okay. Again, this had all the signals for me to take advantage of. KNDI was great as too, but Roku here, this was definitely not a good trade. This was a kind of a chase. This was the entry here. I should have just left this one alone. And then this one, probably not the best trade either. Again, it's going into the moving averages, so I should have realized that part was not a great trade either. But rep days are part of the game. Keep them small, and tomorrow will be another day, save some ammo, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow morning. So make sure you check us out on the pre-market show. Here's our watch list that we're going to go over that we had today. And we'll also talk about what stocks will be possibly in play for the trading day tomorrow. Talk to you guys soon.